Шеру өтіп жатыр. 30 жыл жиналған пружина бүгін жазылды. Біз жаңа мемлекетіміздің бетін ашып жатырмыз. Соған сіздер куә болыңыздар.
Shalom, shalom. As always, I want to start off, of course, giving all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakha HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders, a great millstone, rule well, teach you on the sound doctrine. Strong shalom to the hopeful elect, and the rest of the large multitude, men, women, and children of the Lord have mercy on. In these last days, Brother Kadash coming back with a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, is edifying. All right, what sparked this lesson? Inspiration for this lesson comes from this clip that you saw. The guy actually said something. He said, the coil spring has now been unleashed after 30 years. We show you the face of a new country, and you shall witness it. So that sparked the inspiration for this lesson, because the title of this lesson is, I believe I called it, it is / or it will / is being televised. And what is the it, or what is the it that's being referred? It's talking about the downfall of Babylon the Great. All right, the downfall of Babylon the Great, because we all know, according to Revelation 17, that all nations drunk of the wrath of her fornication. All right, all nations desire to be like Babylon. Okay, whether they have the proper infrastructure or not, you know, that's what the desired setup is to be, which is why they have these different United Nations meetings, and they all come together to discuss how to make the world better, as they say. Well, the Lord is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is allowing this downfall to be publicized, man, to be televised, and the whole world is watching it fall. The whole world. They talking about the great fall of Rome. Well, this is gonna be that great fall of Rome. You know, this will be the greatest takedown ever in history, man. You know, ever in history. All right. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 19. I'm going to start at 18. Matter of fact, 17. And it happened that when I had heard it, I stood upon my feet and hearkened, and behold, there was a voice that spake, and the sound of it was like the sound of many waters. This is Yahweh Shai. Okay. This is Yahweh Shai. Just a quick precept on that. This is Revelations, because we all know that the Lord, is 144. We all know that the Lord is the one that's going to visit the earth. Okay, Yahweh Shai, the Father never leaves his throne. We all know that Yahweh Shai is that death angel that swept through Egypt, smote through firstborns, sons, and cattle, as it says in Wisdom of Solomon 18. Okay, he went into he leaped from his royal throne as a fierce man of war. Okay, so it is he whose voice is of many waters. Okay, Revelations 1:14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet were like unto fine brass, as if it burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. All right, so this is Yahweh Shai speaking in 2nd Ezra chapter 6. It says, and it happened that when I heard it, I stood upon my feet and hearkened, and behold, there was a voice that spake, and the sound of it was like the sound of many waters. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition. You go into that word inquisition, it means investigation, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. And look at that. The whole world is in turmoil because Zion is waking up. The affliction of Zion is being fulfilled. If Christianity, modern day Christianity, was the way, these things would have been happened because Christianity has always been here. But what haven't been here was, well, a period of time, I should say, of ignorance, was the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the ones who look like the other nations, the speckled bird, who the Lord has deemed them to be of that chosen lineage, according to the blood and not according to this flesh and how one look. It's the spirit. It wasn't until those individuals, woke up to who they were. So it says, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. So the Lord is making an investigation. That's what that word inquisition means. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. Tokens are signs. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall all, and they shall see all together. And the books are open. Okay, the parables and the dark sayings, all these things are broken down. Okay, and they're open. This is the judgment. This is the book of judgment, and this book is open, and judgment is going out in the earth. Understanding is happening. Okay, understanding is here. So when you watch this video again, what inspired this, he said, we show you the face of a new country. And that new country, like it says in Hebrews, okay, we go and wait for that new country. That new country is heaven, man. The heaven that's going to be on the earth, that's established with the 12 gates of Israel. Okay, with golden streets, and where the Father dwell and we dwell in him, where the children play with the asp. That's the heaven that is coming to the earth. That's the rulership that's coming to the earth. It says, we show you the face of a new country, and you shall witness it. Okay. And in the process, okay, of this new country being transitioned into effect. Okay. Just real quick, Sirach 10 and 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and righteous God by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So it's going to be a translation of kingdoms. Okay, no two kings can rule at the same time, even though you have presidents who are modern day kings. Okay, but when you jump up to verse 4, it tells you that the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in a due time he will set over it one that is profitable. That profitable one is our Lord and Savior, Yahweh HaMashiach. Okay, in the governing body, the house of David. Okay, that's the profitable one. And the Israelites, okay, that are joint heirs according to Romans 8. Okay, so that's what the Lord is coming to do. So he's making inquisition. He's making investigation. So the fall of Babylon the Great is being televised, man, right before our very eyes, man. So the transition in the kingdoms, that's how you know another kingdom is about to rule, because this kingdom is currently falling. Okay, when the kingdom is no longer at its strongest point, you have someone else about to take its place. It says, in the children of a year old, matter of fact, I'm gonna just keep going. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The woman with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. We seeing that. That's called premature babies. We seeing those things happen. Okay. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. I don't gotta go into it. We all seeing what's going on with Wally World, okay, Walmarts and these different places. Okay, they're being found empty. Okay, the ports are being held up. Okay, there's no jobs. There over out here in Cleveland, you have many Taco Bells, not Taco, well, Taco Bell, but you have many like Chipotle's and many different chain of restaurants that's being closed down because they have no workers. Okay, they have no workers, they have no staff. It says staff wanted. They're closing on Saturdays because no one's able to work. Okay, they don't even have enough people to rotate shifts. You understand? This is the spirit of this is what the Lord is bringing into the earth. He's making inquisition and he's placing these spirits upon everyone, so for the greater good of prophecy. It says, "And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid." And that's what you see on the earth. The trumpet that's being blown is prophecy, and the prophecy that's being fulfilled is Rev 13 and Rev 16. All these different prophecies, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, all these different prophecies that is yet to be fulfilled are being manifested into the earth, and everybody is hearing that sound. They're hearing that trumpet. They're hearing it through the media. They're hearing it through our videos. They're hearing it through the things that they see on a daily basis, from social media to, even on, if you're watching a basketball game, somebody might say something. You see, because there's no escaping this trumpet, man, that's being blown. And we're witnessing Babylon the Great fall, and it's being televised, man. The whole world sees it. The whole world sees what's going on, and they're just trying to continue their lives because they're in denial. They want this thing to continue. But we don't look for this. We look for a continuous city. We look for a city where moth and rust does not corrode, man. Where death is no longer a thing for an Israelite man or woman or child, man. Where we live forever with our Lord, man, in infinite wisdom, man. It says, "At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still. In 3 hours they shall not run." We're witnessing. This is called the witness of Babylon the Great, and we're witnessing Babylon the Great fall, man. We're literally witnessing the great fall of Rome. Okay, it says, and that's really it. Well, I'm gonna just finish off with this verse. It says, "Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation." This is the same thing Moses said. He's in Exodus 14. He says, "See your salvation." What is the name of the Lord? He shall save his people. Matthew 1. All right, his name is salvation. He is salvation. Okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 10. That spiritual rock that followed them, and that spiritual food that they drank from, okay, and ate from. Okay, that spiritual rock that followed them was Hamashiach Yahushua in the end of your world. So we're seeing Yahushua's handprint on everything we see. When you go to Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and 4, it says, "And the door shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music should be brought low." And that's what we seeing. Nothing has a positive vibration out here, man. Not the music, okay? All the R&B songs are made to worship the woman, okay? No nothing, man. You have no righteous music out here, meaning on all levels, meaning from the books you read, meaning from the shows you watch, meaning from the conversations that you have. It says we are vexed with the filthy conversations of the wicked. And that's that's how we are, man. We're vexed every single day. We got to put on the front and at work, okay, because these people are zombies, and then we got to put on the show just so we can feed our family. This place is over with, man. This place is over, and if you think about any second that this is gonna be healed, you're a devil, man. Because you should want this place to go down so that the Lord can reign, so that he can be properly worshipped. Aren't you tired of every generation there's a new God, man? You got the God of the stars, you got the God of the trees, you got the God of the birds, you got the God of the animals, you got the God of the socks, you got the God of the dressers. Aren't you tired of this shit, man? Excuse my German. All right. This is Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Is this talking about ancient Babylon? This is talking about the Babylon that we currently dwell in. Okay. How for her take balm. This is spiritually talking about where we are right now, because these prophecies have yet to come forth. Okay, because you read in verse 11, we're not going to read it, but you can read it on your own. All right. This is a future prophecy. Okay, the arrows are nuclear warheads, ICBM missiles that these nations have, not just to have in their back pocket for a rainy day. No, they have them to use them. It says, verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. Right? Because like balm is like, I believe like balm is like an ointment. Okay, like you will put on, or to soothe the pain. It says take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. But we all know that's not the case. Verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So yeah, man, the judgment of Babylon the Great is lifted up into the skies. And the Lord told us that when you go into Revelations chapter 18. But before we get that, to close out, we just get one more. Isaiah 21 in verse, let's just get to the point in verse 9. It says, and behold, here cometh a chariot of men with a couple of horsemen. And he answered and said, Babylon is fallen, and all the graven images of her gods have broken unto the ground. You see? And that's what the Lord is coming to do. The Lord is coming to thresh her, man. Okay? He's coming to put that sharp sickle upon her, man. A sickle is a farming tool used to pluck up roots and different things, man. And the Lord is coming to do that. Like I told you, he's the Grim Reaper, man. Okay? He's the one doing this thing, man. Yahweh Shai. He's coming as a fierce man in war. Isaiah 47. He's not coming as a man. He's coming as an angelic force, a demon-like power with great force and might, man. With great anger and wrath and vengeance, man. And this thing we seeing right now being televised. This is Revelations 18. This is Revelations 18, man. Matter of fact, let's go to let's go to Revelations 14 real quick. All right, it's like it. We're gonna go to Revelations 14, and then we're gonna go to close out Revelations 18. Revelations 14 and 8. It says, and there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. You know? And it's being published around the whole entire globe, man. What do they call this? A global pandemic. Y'all know what I'm saying. All right, we got to chop and screw our words, man, because they take all our videos down while somebody else that got 30,000 followers can say the same thing we say and all their videos stay up. But we all know why, okay? If you're following the doctrine, you understand. So Babylon the Great is literally being taken down right before our eyes, man. It says, started in 1, Revelation 18 and 1. After these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Is this the case over there in Babylon, where Babylon was stood? Modern day Iraq? No, this is a future Babylon, man. And that's the place we dwell right now. This place called America, from Canada all the way down to South America, is going to be a desert, man. This place is never going to exist again, man. It's going to have every unclean bird dwelling here. Same thing you can read in Isaiah 13. Why? Because this place is the epitome of sin. It says, for all nations have drunk of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. You see? And this is why this place must be purged. Again, like we just read, we're gonna read it here again in Revelation 18:5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her double. This, so listen, man, it runneth over, man. This place has to go, man. It's not a must. I mean, it is a must. It's not a maybe. It's not a I should or probably or all these different words you try to put in there. No, it's a must. Okay, this place must go. You know, it says let me jump down to a point. It's well, the whole chapter is fire, but I'm not. If I read the whole chapter, I'm gonna have to break the whole chapter down, which is pretty self-explanatory. But we're gonna go to Revelations 18:10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, at last, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. So in 1 hour is this place gonna be destroyed, man. And how do you, again, in the midst of destruction of this place, bro, the Lord is going to have this place televised. How do you know? We just keep reading. Jake don't read. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. You got these countries going back to their own ways and going back to their own countries. Okay? No one's being able to buy merchandise from Babylon like they want. And it's going to get worse. The scriptures tell you that. Okay? The scriptures tell you that, man. You got these mandates all over the world. Like I said, I'm learning different languages, and then I'll be talking to different people from Indonesia to from Saudi Arabia, and they talking about this and that, man. One chick like, yeah, man, they mandating this all over. Unfortunately, it's very sad, blah, blah, blah. You know? Like I said in the previous lesson, in countries you ain't never heard of, man. You know, this man is everywhere, man. This devil gotta go, man. It says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Because the nations thrive of Babylon the Great, man. You have something called the IMF, okay? The International Monetary Fund, located in Washington, okay? Go into that, learn what that's about, you know? And that's why you have such a thing called such a controversy with the Chinese yuan, or I believe I said that right. These countries are saying, yo, this the hell with her, man. This whore is wore out, man. We ran all through her, man. I'm tired of her, man. You can have her, and they're pulling out, man. They're pulling away. They you know what I'm saying? They're not giving her no more money. They're not giving her no more time. Okay, no more pleasure. They're trying to draw away, and that's the first sign of when one loses control and he has no power. When the ones that was following you don't follow you anymore, you have no influence over them no more. You have no control over them. You have nothing to offer them anymore. They've exceeded, okay. They've exceeded, everything that it was to do in the terms of following you, man. It says the merchants of gold and silver, and it goes into the things that are purchased amongst this place and the things that are dealt in, across the board, man, from nation to nation. And the merchants of gold and silver and precious stones, of pearls, fine linen, purple, silk, scarlet, and dining wood, all manner of vessels of iron, all manner of vessels of precious wood, and brass and iron and marble, cinnamon, odors, ointments, frankincense, and wine, and oil, fine flour, wheat, beasts, sheep, horses, chariots, slaves, and souls of men. So the point is, like I said, man, this place is, is over, man. It's being televised, man, and that's what he's saying here, man.
Шеру өтіп жатыр. 30 жыл жиналған пружина бүгін жазылды. Біз жаңа мемлекетіміздің бетін ашып жатырмыз. Соған сіздер куә болыңыздар.
Look at that, The nations is fed up, man, to the point they willing to die over what they believe, man. You know, the moment the citizens come up against the government, it's a wrap, man. You know, because they, like they say in their documentations, there's more citizens than the government. It's like it's literally more people than the protection, the base of military and personnel and police force and government officials. Then it's more citizens than they. So they fear a citizen's uprising. Okay, they might spark it, they might even start it, but they not gonna do it if they don't feel like they don't have a control. But now it's getting to the point that the Lord is putting spirits on all the people of the earth, and He's stirring up spirits all over, man. It's protests all over Italy, all over the UK, all over Africa, all over the island countries. Islands, all over the North America, South, all over, man. Because they're fed up, man. The one who's in rulership, the scriptures tell you in Proverbs 29 that when the righteous in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked is in rulership, the people mourn. And that's what you seeing. This is a state of mourning. And you're a wicked individual when you don't want this place to be put down and the Lord to set up His Son on the earth in his rightful state, man. You're wicked, but hey, man, we're witnessing Babylon the Great fall right before our eyes. It's being televised. The whole world can see it. There's no more hiding. That's why Revelations 12:12 say he know he have a short time. That's why He's making haste, So in that short time, things are going to happen. He's going to come down on us. He thought taking our videos down was enough. No, man. This devil watches our videos. He know where we camp at. He have agents, provocateurs that come up. He even placed Israelites in our camps that we thought was brothers that worked for him, man. We seen it through the ages. History repeats itself because the same spirits are generated, man. And they're going to do the same thing that they had been in the past, man. These things, listen, there's no nothing under the sun. So the scriptures say what? Count the cost. We gotta count the cost. We gotta know these things exist, so therefore we can be prepared for when they come against us. Okay, don't get faint and weak-hearted when the devil try to cast some of you into prison, like it says in Revelations 2. In Revelation 3, going into the hour of temptation, when he's going to try the whole world at its fullness, like he's doing right now. You see it over there. It was a statement just released, okay, that said that people are rioting and protesting because they don't have a QR code or proof with a passport or the Beetlejuice to show that they have it, so they can't do anything. Well, the devil is going to have, he got his device to actually show whether or not you're lying or not. Because I know, like I said, I know people that faked that card and still work to this very day, man. How can you stop somebody? Anybody can say that, man, that they don't got it, But hey, man, hey, that's all I have on that, man. Hey, just know this being televised right before your very eyes, man. But hey, the scriptures told us as the days of Noah, Matthew 24. As they was doing in Noah's days, eating and drinking and marrying and partying and doing all this bull, While all this is going on in the world, you still got people in the world right now planning baby showers, man. You still got these things going on. You still got people planning their marriage in 2024, man. They think this place is gonna. You see the place. You see the state we at, man. You think this place is gonna last another year? I don't see it lasting past this year, man. I see the Lord coming back, man, sooner than we think, man. So Lord, when is edifying. Until next time, shalom.